You're listening to Country Music Junkies, hosted by Patrice Whiffen. This week on Country Music Junkies, we are so pleased to be catching up with Windsor, Ontario native Kelsi Mayne. Kelsi, how's it going?
Great. How are you, Patrice?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Now, I want to talk about you. I've seen you a bunch this summer because you've been, I feel like, all over the place with your music, which is amazing. Most recently, I saw you at Boots and Hearts. How was that? What was that experience like, returning to Boots and Hearts in a different capacity?
This year, Boots and Hearts was absolutely incredible. It was just so unreal. We were there 2 years ago for the Emerging Artist Showcase. And that was our first introduction to the whole festival. And actually, I had someone remind me. I think it was yesterday that when I first moved to Toronto about 5 years ago, I had this billboard outside of my window, and it was Miranda Lambert at Boots and Hearts, and it was just like that was like a dream for me. I was like dying to go, and but I couldn't afford it at the time, and it's a pretty it's an investment for the weekend, and I remember just telling myself, like, one day I'd love to play there, and to actually play this year on the main stage was just like that was my dream come true right there. So it was definitely a major bucket list item.
I'm literally sitting here with like goosebumps. That is such a cool story, and what an amazing kind of turn of events in such a short period of time as well. As I mentioned, you've been all over the place for your music. Let's talk a little bit about your music, and maybe for some of our listeners who aren't as familiar with your sound or your style, how would you describe it?
Well, I come from Windsor originally, so my style, I grabbed a lot of things from like my Detroit radio influence, so more of like a Motown kind of feel to, especially in my last single, Woman Waiting, and I love to try to incorporate like all of the music that I used to listen to growing up. So I have like a lot of like 90s country influences, like Wynonna Judd, and I have like Randy Travis and Dwight Yoakam and Garth Brooks. So those were kind of my heroes growing up.
That's awesome. A very eclectic mix of different kind of sounds and genres and styles. Talk to us about Woman Waiting, your brand new single just released. What is the story behind that one?
That song came from, it was more from just like a vibe that we were feeling that day. And, I wrote it with Jason Blaine and Doug Romano, and Jason had never heard me sing before, so he's like, "Hey, like sing me something. Like, what do you sound like?" And I, just like something like "baby" or something like that, and he was like, "Ooh, I think that's pretty cool." Now I still have my morning man voice on right now, so
that's okay.
So pardon that, but then we were talking about like subject matter, and I said, yeah, I just want to be a female country artist. I want to show that I'm a strong female woman, and
mm-hmm.
and I call the shots kind of thing. So so then we were all kind of spitting lyrics, and Jason said, "Woman Waiting," and we all kind of looked at each other and said, that's our song title right there. So it was so then we just carried on with that, and it turned out great. So love it.
There you go. We'll be sure to check out Woman Waiting, Kelsi Mayne's newest single. Now let's talk about some of your other singles, because you've had a lot of recent success with Still Not Over You, Your Jolene, lots of views on YouTube and stuff like that. So let's talk about those songs.
So Still Not Over You was written with Ryan Stewart, and that became more of like a pop song, and we had the music video we wanted to do like a bunch of pop influences, so we had some references with Britney Spears music videos and Taylor Swift and Miley Cyrus, and then we kind of I like to just make fun of myself. I don't like to take myself very seriously. So I play this like crazy ex-girlfriend, and yeah, it just kind of went like way off the wall, and it's really, really fun to do. But and then your Jolene, I had a girlfriend that told me that I reminded her of, she said, you know, Dolly Parton's Jolene. And I know the Jolene part in the chorus, but I was like, yeah. And she says, well, you remind me of her. So I said, cool. And I like went home that night and I looked up the lyrics, and I realized that wasn't the nicest thing to say. So I just thought, you know, like, I guess it's kind of a compliment because it's about a redhead that, like a beautiful redhead, and but she steals Dolly Parton's man, and I am not okay with that. I've never done anything like that before, so that stuck with me. So I wanted to kind of set the record straight, and then we filmed the music video I used to work at a country bar in Windsor, and it's called the Bull and Barrel, and that was kind of how I got my start in the country music industry, because I was a house singer, and so everything that you see there is pretty much what every Friday and Saturday would be like. So it was so cool to just kind of, it was like a nostalgic video that was basically tells my story. So it was, and two of the dancers in that video, because we have these big choreographies. Two of the dancers actually I used to work with at that bar at that time. That was like another like dream come true bucket list. So
that's awesome. I've seen the video and it's fantastic and very, very well done. So definitely, fans, be sure to check it out. Kelsi, I want to talk a little bit about how fans can connect with you and learn more about you if they're interested. How do you like to connect with fans?
Yeah. It's just KelsiMayne.com, at Kelsi Mayne for Twitter, on Instagram and Facebook. So, and I'm the one that controls all of them. So when you message those, you're actually talking to me. So, and I love to be able to connect with my fans that way.
Kelsi, thank you so much for taking some time to chat with us today. Really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you at the CCMAs.
Thank you, Patrice. Can't wait. I'll see you there.